This is the Gerry Ryan Show
on 2FM.
Call 1850 715 922.
Yes, fantastic. They have just announced another date in the Marquee in Cork on July the 7th. They're starting their tour in Belfast in May, and they join us in studio ahead of that to talk to you. They are, of course, who are you?
Westlife.
Good morning and welcome. Now, we're -1, right? We're -1, and he's making his way here.
Yeah, Marky.
In his electric car. He's one of the first guys in Ireland to get an electric car. Fair play to him. And it's only doing 15 miles an hour, and there aren't that many top-up points between his home and here.
Because he'll be listening now in the car going,
Mark, good morning. You all right?
It's not his fault.
No, it's not his fault, no.
Genuinely is not his fault that he's not here.
No.
Somebody messed up and he got stuck in Sligo.
Geez, you're going to start laying the blame on somebody's doorstep, aren't you?
Yeah.
Might as well give the name.
Yeah, come on.
I'll give you the number as well if you want.
Name, address, company.
So you should be here in 5 minutes.
We should get Mark on the phone. That's what we should do.
Yeah, we'll get him on the phone, yeah. Yeah, poor old Mark. God help him. Okay, first of all, what's happened since the album came out? Are you multi-gazillionaires by this stage?
No, not quite.
Trillionaires.
Still enjoying it. No, we've had Christmas came and went, and then we were planning a second single, and we were it was up in the air as to what choice of song it was going to be, and we were waiting on.
I thought we chose that on the programme.
Well, we thought that too.
Yeah.
That was the last album, Gerry.
Didn't quite happen like that. But no, we're in tour mode now. As you say, we're starting the 2nd of May in Belfast, and on this island we've got Belfast, Cork, and Dublin. We're doing Croke Park, so happy. And then we move over to the UK, and then we've got a few summer shows and different things happening later on in the year.
Of course, Croker, your return visit.
Yeah,
I think still very much. An awe-inspiring thing in terms of the Westlife calendar.
Bloody sure.
it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was the best, probably the best night of our life, like professional career. Anyway, it was pretty spectacular, and we kind of thought, it'd be nice to someday play it again, but we didn't think it'd be our next kind of big gig in Ireland. So we're delighted to be back.
Since you don't subscribe to either rugby or soccer rules, you're free to go back anytime.
Yeah,
Free to go back anytime.
As often as you like.
Yeah.
that's it.
Now, we had a very pleasant experience the last time you were here, and we were going through all the various different tracks on the album. Fairly self-indulgent in the eyes of some, and in the eyes of many other people. I think they really thoroughly enjoyed hearing the background to the tracks, where they came from, what your hopes were for this album, which was quite a different album and a unique, I think, departure for Westlife. It was interesting, was watching the documentary about Louis on the telly, and when you look back to the beginning of Westlife, it's a very radically different operation now than it was then. I mean, it would have been impossible to imagine you guys creating the most recent album at the beginning, or even thinking of that.
Yeah.
It's an entirely different arrangement. I think one of the things maybe we didn't talk about enough was, and then we'll start taking the calls, was how, in a way, Louis has now become more a facilitator rather than a manager.
Well, I think
that's not necessarily a bad thing, by the way, when you come of age.
I think it's, obviously, things evolve as a career goes on, and we're 12 years into our career now as Westlife, and Louis has evolved massively in the music industry, not just from a managerial sense, but obviously he's on the X Factor. The things that he does are a little bit different, shall we say, than, like you said, at the very, very start. But I think twice as important now, because he seems to have that kind of thing where he knows how to get absolutely everything that is needed to make an act successful.
Basically, yeah. He's got a lot more power, an awful lot more power than he had 5 years ago, and I think it's helped us, a lot in that sense, from getting things that, as Cian said, he can get you basically everything you need to break an act now.
Will he make Jedward stars, will he?
Don't know, time will tell.
It's going to be difficult.
See, it's a weird one as well with Jedward, because they're kind of stars already, isn't from the X Factor. That's what the X Factor does. When we started, or Boyzone, or Take That, or any of those type of pop bands, people read Smash Hits magazines. I found out a little fact about the band as you went along every
then you
month,
had to go on
every
the
week.
Smash Hits tour.
You did the Smash Hits tour. We won Best New Tour Act, as did Boyzone did, which was huge, absolutely massive. Now, the X Factor thing, you're on television, everyone knows everything about you. The Sun are looking for skeletons in your closet before before anything, you know what I mean? And it's like,
before you even sing.
Before you release a song, it's like everyone knows everything about you. So
as soon as the show finishes at Christmas time and it comes to that crescendo, you're already on a downward slope anyway, unless you're Leona Lewis.
Who won it this year?
Joe McKeldry.
Joe McKeldry, yeah.
Yeah, it took a few seconds there.
Did actually.
Jedward came sixth.
Yeah, well, no, Jedward were the stars of the show this year. There's no doubt about it. I think the most talked about thing on the X Factor
ever
was Jedward.
Yeah,
ever
without a
of
doubt.
any series, I think.
I read an extremely nasty interview with them in Q magazine yesterday, and as I came to the end of the interview, and I like Q magazine, I went, "What's the need for this?"
Yeah, silly. It was silly for them to do that in the first place.
Yeah, very silly actually.
It wasn't necessary.
Okay, guys, now what we're doing today, it's going to be less of me and more of them. We're offering you the opportunity to put your questions to Westlife. We've got quite a lot of emails here, quite a lot of texts and quite a lot of tweets. We'll start off with Laura. Okay, good morning, Laura.
Hi. Hi.
Hello, Laura.
I've got the
Hello.
lads here, at least three of them. The good-looking fella's on his way. He'll be with us soon. What's your question?
I was wondering if you had to start again, what would be the advice you'd give each other now?
Give each other.
To start again, to give somebody else, is it?
Yeah, if you started again.
Psychiatric clause for Brian.
I think I think the best advice we can ever give anybody is to kind of believe in yourself. That's the first and foremost thing. No matter what part of the country you're from or what kind of music you like or you want to do, I think believing in yourself is a massive part of it. And I think just whoever is your manager or if you're signed to a label or something like that, listen to them. And they know an awful lot more about the industry than maybe you will do, and you will learn it through time. But just work hard and keep your head down and kind of listen to the people that are looking after you. I think would be the best advice. But
Nicky?
I think just enjoy it. I think Shane has definitely hit a nerve when he says, work hard, because there's no kind of shortcut to it. And if you get the chance, try and put yourselves in the right places, and and hopefully eventually it'll be the right time, and work hard. And if you get half a chance, grasp it with all fingers, toes, everything.
Give
you can
up
grab it
everything
with.
else in the meantime.
Yeah, well, actually, funny. I remember when we
except
started.
school.
Yeah,
Don't give up school.
When we
obviously.
started, I remember. Was it you, Keane, said to me? Myself and Georgina were going out at that stage, and he was like, "Are you willing to give up everything?" And I was like, "Well, I do have a girlfriend, so I'm not going to give her up." And he goes, "Okay, but you're going to be travelling an awful lot." I was like, "Okay," but it worked out. Everything works out for the best in the end.
Keane was kind of being a manager at the beginning of the band before he even started. He
He was
still is.
He was a bit more 007 as well. Girls, it's plural, guys, not singular. Okay, does that answer your question, Laura?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, good luck
Thank
to
you,
you.
Laura.
Thanks, Laura.
I think parsing what you said there really is, you guys were really lucky that Louis was there.